Namaskar, Rakesh ji.
Rakesh.
Welcome to Divine Valley channel. Thanks for joining us today. Rakesh Kolji is a founding member of Core Sharda Team, and he has been propagating Sharda Lipi for last 6 years continuously. He is born in Pulwama, Kashmir, engineer by profession, and works in GE. Currently, he is living for last 20 years in Bangalore. Welcome again, and look forward to discover more about your journey with the Core Sharda Team. Thank you.
Thanks. Namaskar, Rakesh ji. Welcome to our Divine Valley.
Thanks.
So I think I think first thing everybody would want to know and understand is why Sharda? How did you come up with this? Starting this Sharda core team. What was your objective? Why did you thought of even starting this team?
Okay, so the Sharda Lipi, it was in fact when we left Valley, everybody as a youngsters, as you are also working as part of the Divine Valley, trying to get back to the roots. I think it was the same motive, similar motive, where we wanted to understand more about Kashmir. That's where when we tried to look into that, we found that Kashmir used to have a script, which is the Sharda Lipi. And when we dig more into that, we found that we have got thousands of manuscripts, more than 40-50,000 of manuscripts written in Kashmir. And this Lipi was so profound and so expanded in especially whole northern belt of India. That's where this journey started, that we thought, I think we should work on this Lipi, try to understand so that we know these manuscripts, what these manuscripts are, and which have been written by own ancestors, and how can we read that, and how can we also learn ourselves, how can we revive that. That's where it started.
Okay, so Rakeshji, who all is in the Core Sharda team, and how long did it take you to build this team?
Okay, so Core Sharda team in a very beginning, I learned this from my own community member Vikas ji, and then after that, it was when we learned this Lipi, it was so beautiful. Then we started teaching other students, and then we started growing team. Right now, we don't say that Core Sharda team is basically team of 5 members or 6 members. Today we have almost more than 1,000 members in our team, especially from Kashmir, and also a lot of people outside Kashmir also across world who are part of our team. And the members, the students whom we teach, and then we also ask them if you can teach it further and be part of our team. So that is how this team has been growing for all these 6 years. So today I can say it's a team of almost like 1,000-1,200 members.
So what is your mode of teaching? Is it online, or are you teaching in colleges?
Yeah.
How are you?
We started with the WhatsApp. In fact, we started using the technology, the WhatsApp group initially, because WhatsApp, like it has been used for so many messages and other things. But we use this mode as a main means of propagating Sharda Lipi. And then after that, we started putting these training materials in the YouTube. Then we also started conducting webinars, online webinars. We had webinars where we had one webinar where 700 students participated in one session. So this is both. So we have the online courses, we have the webinars, and we have WhatsApp today.
Okay, you will be surprised to know I was one of your WhatsApp students. I learned Sharda 2 years back through WhatsApp.
You were part of our session.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, but we didn't get chance to practice it. But I think it was quite interesting that teachers were taking so much pain, and it was strict that this thing is not right, this Lipi is not right. And I really appreciate how you are doing this for community selflessly.
And we were checking homework as well every day.
Yeah, that's the
amazing. Yeah.
We had to submit the homework pages.
And in our training also, we have been improving. We have been every time learning. It has been evolving process, learning process for us also as a teacher. If we see our training modules which were there a few years back or which we are today, I think we continuously improve. We speak to scholars, we talk to people, we get feedbacks from students, and we always try to improve in terms of the technology, in terms of the information flow also which goes. So we are trying to make the methodologies of our learning very easy and very convenient for the students.
And you
Yes.
said you have your YouTube as well, something on YouTube. So do you have something on YouTube?
Yeah, we have a lot of materials. If you just search YouTube in Course Sharda Team in YouTube, and you will get a lot of training materials which we have uploaded. In fact, you don't even need to come to our classes. You can do it yourselves. We have a lot of whatever webinars we conducted. Those are also, there are 16 sessions of those webinars. It is a complete course for the Sharda Lipi. Like 16 session means I can say even 1 month you will learn the Sharda Lipi.
Okay, so there are lesson wise 1 to like suppose 10, we can go in sequence and learn that way.
Absolutely. Yes.
We'll have to revise.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So tell us then, Rakesh ji, what will be the benefit of learning Sharda for Kashmiri community?
Very, very good question, because this is the question which everybody in our community will ask, especially the young generation. When they will ask, see, the main point is in our community, which I think this is my appeal also to all my young generation. When they talk about Kashmir, it's not about just the Dal Lake or Gulmarg or whatever. I think how we will be pride, how our community will be pride of what we have been. I think for that, you have to go back to your own past. You have to go back to your own history. Kashmir, as you know, it has been the Shakta and the Shaivism was very profound in Kashmir, and all the scholars, there were very great scholars. You name anybody, you name Abhinav Gupta, Vasu Gupta, Soma Gupta, or Utpal Deva, lot of scholars in Kashmir. So I think this is, I'm talking about not only in philosophy, people, Aryabhatta, in the field of mathematics, in the field of philosophy, in the field of science, in the field of astrologies. So you have
Yoga.
Everything which was developed in Kashmir. So until unless and all these things are hidden in these manuscripts, and you'll be very surprised that there are, I can say, roughly around 20 to 30,000 of manuscripts which have not seen the day of light. So until unless you read your own texts, you read what is being written in that, how you will be. I think that's the point which will bring you back to your roots, which will bring some pride in our community, like some pride about why we are called Kashmiri Bhattas or the Kashmiri Pandit. What should we be proud of? I think it is the similar, like example, the Sanskrit was for India, if you remember, before independence, and then we ignored Sanskrit. It is, when I see the Sharda Lipi, it was ignored because of so many reasons or whatever, but this is the time we have to work on this. We have to work on this revival, because it is our identity. It is our own script, and we have to develop it. And our team is not just working on the manuscripts or just transcripting those manuscripts, even though we are doing it on daily basis, but we are also trying to see that it has to come alive. It has to come in a daily mode of communication. Otherwise, see, right now also, if you see, Kashmiri is written in so many different scripts or whatever, but we are forgotten our script, which was in Valley for more than 1500 or 1200 to 1300 years. So, and there is no reason that it should not come in. It is very beautiful, very, very nice. You can go to our websites, you can go to our Facebook page, you can go to our Twitter. It's a very beautiful lipi, and it's a calligraphy script. People write it so beautiful, and in fact, people really meditate it when they write it. So we have to adopt this. This is our own identity. So that is my appeal, and this is the benefit you have.
So
Thank you so much.
There are lots. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you were saying that there are lots of work I think your team is doing in translating or transcripting all those old whatever scripts and all. So how much work has been done, and do they need more help? Like you said, like anyone can go on these YouTubes, we can learn, and maybe we can help in translating. So what is work happening around those translation, transcripting?
Very, very good question. Now, we are working like every day 6 manuscripts on daily basis. I'm talking about which we work on transcription every day. But the limitation is right now in our team that we are not Sanskrit scholars. That is where you will be very happy to know that today we have almost 220 Sanskrit PhD scholars working with us on these manuscripts on daily basis. And those, they help us in, when we transcript it, they also help us in translating also in these texts. We are also publishing those in our website also. Slowly things are coming. I do not think that it is a one-day job or whatever. It's a journey. We might have done till now 20 manuscripts completed, just 20 or maybe 25 manuscripts, but there is much to do. So in fact, just for your information, our core Sharda team is recently, just on the 9th of this month, 3 days back, we also are registered as an NGO now. We are working, and this is, we will come to education institutions. We will also reach all the research scholars who are into the field of manuscriptologies or in the field of philosophy or whatever, to help us in decoding, because these manuscripts, if they are exploded in the whole world, I'm telling you, that's the gift which everybody, there's a gift to the whole world from Kashmir. And that is the pride of all these. That's the pride of being a Kashmiri Pandit.
So Rakeshji, that looks a big, project when you say there are 20 to 30,000 manuscripts, and you have still managed 20, a lot to do in your spare time, your team as a whole, because nobody is obviously doing full time. They have to take voluntary time out to do this. So where are these scripts and when you translate them, where do you put them? Did you say on your website?
Good point. So first of all, you have to understand these manuscripts right now today. I think this is another mission which we will have to take, which my appeal is to whole community. That first point is these manuscripts, there are, I can say 20 to 30% of the manuscripts which are digitized, which are in the government of India museums or in some museums in UK or other Germany or some other universities. But there are a lot of manuscripts which are lying in some people's in the personal custodies. So that's where I think I appeal here. I think it's not on Kashmiri Pandit community. I'm talking about the whole Kashmir region, or in fact maybe the other parts of India also. So I also appeal to those people, help us in digitizing those manuscripts. We have a team, and we will work with education institutions very closely, collaborating so that we digitize them. First of all, we will have to preserve the manuscript, because honestly, there are manuscripts which are not in good shape, which are just lying. I can say literally they are like somewhere, they are just eaten by those worms kind of thing. So until unless we protect them. So first mission is we will have to protect them. And other thing is that we core Sharda team are very strongly committed towards preserving and also towards getting all these manuscripts, towards getting this knowledge out to the whole world. So that is the mission of core Sharda team. Also reviving that this community, my own community, has to adopt this as the script for the means of communication, for the means of their regular communication. So as we do like
have you checked,
yes,
in one of our interviews when we were talking about Shivism with one of our friends, so he was saying lots of scripts in Lakshmanju's ashrams got lost in floods and all. So have you contacted them or other ashrams wherein they have some scripts in Sharda?
I think as long as they are in ashrams, they are in preservation, I think.
Yeah, but then
that is correct.
Translating them.
That is correct. So there are a lot of manuscripts which Ishwar Ashram also has, and I think they have digitized most of their manuscripts. They have digitized. There are a lot of manuscripts which are there in personal custodies also. A lot of people have those. So my request is, we will not take your original copies, but help us. Let us preserve those manuscripts, because these knowledge, because we do not know what is that. In fact, you'll be very surprised. Sometimes I get called from mathematicians, very rarely I'm telling you, and there are very important manuscripts which they want from Kashmir University or whatever, and that this will be a very great if we help them in basically getting just the access of those manuscripts. So that has been our advantage while basically, because we propagating and we working with these research scholars. Today we have almost 220, 230 Sanskrit scholars who are basically part of our team, and I feel proud of that.
So when you say Sanskrit, is it easier for people who are already well versed with Sanskrit to pick up Sharda, or is it just by
No,
coincidence?
Sharda is a lipi. Sharda is a script, but the language, what is written, especially whatever these manuscripts are, 99% of them are written in Sanskrit.
Okay.
That is why we need. These are not written for Kashmiri. Like we have very few manuscripts written, like example Lalwak or Bhamaniwak, or very other few manuscripts written in Kashmiri language. But majority of them, more than 99% of these manuscripts are written in Sanskrit language. That is why we need these Sanskrit scholars who will also help us in basically translating these manuscripts.
But what I did not understand then, if somebody is Sanskrit scholar, then will he need to know Sharda for translating these?
Of course. That is what we also do. We teach Sanskrit. We teach these Sanskrit scholars also. These 220 students who I told you, these were Sanskrit scholars whom we taught the Sharda Lipi, and now that is helping them in basically understanding the manuscript. Like example, if I do not know Sanskrit, I may read manuscript. I may read what is written there, but for me it is still unknown because I do not understand Sanskrit.
It's just a language. Got it.
Okay.
Well, we won't understand the meaning. Okay. So, like you said, you're doing so much work in translating, then you're having these WhatsApp groups wherein you're teaching, YouTube. So, what is your what are your future plans? Maybe there might be few volunteers who are watching and they would like to contribute you in any ways. So, if you could tell us what are your future plans, that would be great.
Definitely. I think I would say join us, send us your details. They can send us on the Goddess Sharda Team page. We have also the Twitter, we have the email IDs also. You can contact us, we will send you those. Join us. First you learn the Sharda, then I think I can say we really need volunteers. That's the reason we have almost a team of 1,000 members. Even though 1,000 still it is less, because we need people in digitizations. We need people who know about the technologies, like example the apps, the WhatsApp apps, or we need on the mobiles. We need so that to digitize these things. So there are so many things which we can do in terms of the technology, in terms of so many efforts which we have, like example, even these transcriptions also. And we are uploading everything free. There is all our trainings, we don't charge anything. We just tell them it's just 15 minutes of your daily work you have to spend on this, and within 1 month, 40 days, you will learn and read, you'll be able to read and write Sharda Lipi. So we are just asking for the time, we're not asking for money, but definitely, yes, we are asking for volunteers. If we have the people, especially today, I can say we need the people who know Sanskrit very well, and we will help you in learning the Sharda Lipi. And then we need people who are technologists, website developers, the page developers, or the app developers. I think the tool development. If we need help in terms of the tutorials, online tutorials. Even though we are doing it, but it is we are not. I'm not a software engineer. I myself an electronics engineer. So similar is the case. So we have the bandwidth issues. We have the limitations in terms of our capabilities also. But definitely software engineers, if you know the apps, if you are very good in terms of the website, if you are very good in the development of the applications, whatever, if just give us some time. I think we will not take everything, but yes, your contribution will always be very valuable to the community and to our team.
Okay, that's quite interesting, and we see that you need help with a lot of work here on the plate. Tell us then, if somebody afresh comes, they learn in 1 month Sharda, and that means they will have to learn Sanskrit also before they are of any use to you to translate.
Not necessary. We see everything. It is not necessary that one person can do everything. So based on the capabilities, that's why I say we need everybody. It's not that we need a person who knows everything. I do not know everything. I myself am not a Sanskrit scholar.
Okay. So you are saying if one person translates, another person digitizes it, another person makes video out of it, that way. I think then what we would like to give message from our channel is, we have very youngsters who have always to do 2 months, 3 months of some work or voluntary work. Maybe we can, give them your contacts and they can help you
Yes.
in doing your work and achieving. Is Core Sharda a charity, or how is it
Yeah, she
registered? Is
said.
it a company?
No, right now it is
Thank
registered
you.
as a company. It is registered as a company, but it is just an organization. So I will have to understand these logistics more better. We just registered it because we wanted to give a platform to the Core Sharda team in terms of approaching the education institutions, approaching this research. I think it was very important for us that this Sharda script needs an identity. So
Yes.
that's the reason that we are registered under the government of India now, in the company law. It's not a
Okay.
trust in the company law, but definitely we will formalize all our. I'm talking about the SOPs or whatever that is. Yet, as I said, it was just 2 days back we got it done. But
Okay.
definitely, anybody's contribution, even if you spend just weekly 1 hour for our work, there are a lot of things which we can do together, and we will really appreciate whatever support we get.
Okay, thank you. I saw recently an advert where you there was printed that in some Kendriya Vidyalay, Core Sharda will be taught as part of curriculum, or it's in universities also. Can you please tell us
Jammu,
briefly about it?
I think people have started, like Jammu University, they have started the course. In fact, I was part of the and basically framing the syllabus there. That's where, like, slowly people have understood, because especially as I said, it is for the research scholars. I think it is an ocean. So it's an interest for whole. I am telling you, there are universities in Germany, there are universities in UK who are already working it. India has woke up just now, so they have all realized that the value of these manuscripts, and now slowly INGCA Delhi. There are a lot of other universities who are working. Kurukshetra University, they have also started. There are universities there are a lot of people who are working on that. In fact, I can say that yes, definitely MIEF. There are organizations who are working with education institutions so that they take the Sharda Lipi, especially in terms of their academics. Yeah.
But I think it's just last since 4 or 5 years, this has caught attention of universities and schools, and it's all
Absolutely.
because of people like you who are trying to revive it and give your time to keep it alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think is there, except the voluntary time, is there any other challenges you are facing as part of your
So,
mission?
No, I can say challenges are always there, but if you are passionate and if you are committed to what we want to do, our mission is simple. I think the biggest challenge for us, if you ask me, it's not our time, because my team members spend almost, like, even I can say really team, they work on these training materials or whatever, even night 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Uh, Girls, boys, even though they have their own family, married men, married women, everybody, despite of all their personal commitments, I have seen our team member working whole nights in preparing this training material, trying to give best to the team, and in order basically to propagate this script. So definitely, I think, but the biggest challenge, I can say, yes, it is just that adaptability within the community. How much my community accepts what I'm telling, that yes, we will have to revive the Sharda Lipi. I don't see any other challenge. I don't see any challenge in my work, because we are committed. We know there will be hurdles. There will be a lot of tough things. There will be so many ups and downs. We will cross those things. There is no doubt about that. But the main hurdle or the main challenge for us is the adaptability or acceptability from my own community members, that yes, Sharda Lipi is our Lipi. It is our identity. I can say that is the biggest challenge for us.
thank you, Rakesh ji. It was a kind of, lot of information. I think lots of people don't know much about Sharda, and from our channel, we would request most of people to come forward and try to contribute as much as they can. Like you said, even 1 hour in a week would be helpful. So yeah, we would like to ask people to come forward to volunteer.
Absolutely. And yes, definitely, I will say, like example, you go to any part of the country, the Karnataka has Kannada, Telugu, Andhra Pradesh has the Telugu. Everybody has their own script. Why cannot we have it when it is so beautiful, much beautiful, and more scientific, very closely linked with my own values, my own Shaivism, my own principles, and this is the time we have to adopt it. I don't see anything, any reason that we should not accept this as a script, our own identity, and work on this revival.
So can I ask one last question before we close? When you mean scientific, what do you mean by scientific? And
oh, good question. Good question. So scientific, when I say, it means it's a script. First of all, it's a script. Another point you have to understand, it is like example when I say e. Now how I write it, it is not just that it is a symbolic representation of that. If you go into that, there are a lot of references in, especially Shankaracharya, Saundarya Lahari, or even Tantra Lok also. The shape of these characters, the Sharda Lipi, are exactly what is basically taught in the Kashmiri Shaivism.
Okay.
Very
good.
So I do not have the picture now. Maybe I would like to share that. Let me just.
Yeah, that's great.
Because it's let me just. I think it's very important to.
Yeah.
That,
for example.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
You see, this paper. This was from a Western scholar who had written. This is a Malini. Malini Devi is the Devi of all characters. Okay, and all this was originally from Brahmi, and I asked one of my students to basically show how this Devi, how this goddess will look when we decorate it with the Sharda alphabets. You see, each and every alphabet represents the part of the body of this goddess. So it's I'm telling you, it's a huge research. I think we will have to go too deep into that. When I say scientific, it is really, it means everything, especially how his eyes are, what represents, what character is represented with the nose, the hair, everything. You see, and if you see with Sharda Lipi, how this Devi, how beautiful she is looking, right? Isn't she gorgeous?
Yes, yeah. Now I think it's a art. So has somebody has created it. It's not.
I'm telling you, it's not just art. It actually means that. What I mean to say, if it is not just that they have just picked and placed that, it's randomly.
Yeah.
These characters really mean those particular parts.
So if we focus on eyes, what does that mean?
I think it will be very deep subject. Let me not talk about that. Sorry for that. I am not a research scholar. I do not want to comment.
No, I think.
Student. But definitely, it is especially example. If you go into the subject of Kashmir Shaivism, and
then you can relate. So there is more to it to understand it.
Absolutely. There is a complete chapter of theory of alphabets, and if you go into that, if you go into deep, then you will really understand the significance or the importance of these alphabet. It's not just means just symbolically they just write A and B and all. It means it has got much deeper value into. That's what I meant when I say scientific.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I think this explanation will make so many people it will make them keen to learn it. So wonderful.
Yeah, yes. I think thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward that core Sharda team progresses and achieves its target. All the best from our Divine Valley channel.
Thank you so much, Rakesh.
Bye. Thank you so much. So nice.